when I first undo it, and then we'll be able to switch. So.
Cool.
Hello. Sorry.
Don't you miss the Kentika?
Mm-hmm. If you loved me, you would buy it for me. I won't ask for anything else. Ever.
I wish I could.
That's probably not true even.
You know, I still can't believe you bought me a toothbrush that matched my hair.
I bought us both toothbrushes that matched our hair. Mine was... we have a whole theme going.
I got a gray toothbrush, guys.
You have gray hair, a gray toothbrush, and a gray car. And I have blue hair, a blue toothbrush, and a blue car.
Hello. Wait for some folks to jump on. Say hello if you're on so we know you're here.
I'll share it all the places.
You want to put the side-by-side up with the map?
Yeah, just a minute, okay?
Okay. What's going on, everyone? Hello. Oh, where'd I put Jason's map? I was going to show that to everyone.
It's right there.
It's up there? Okay. We're going to have to frame that thing. That's pretty sweet. Hello. So glad you guys all made it back safe. Especially Ryan. I didn't think we were going to have a rescue mission. And we wind up having one at the very end. We got a text from Ryan. We were still at the Kentika, and he was like 2.5, 3 hours out. About 2.5 hours.
I don't know. Time is very different for me right now.
Ryan's like, help, we're broken down on the side of the road. I need oil, differential fluid. I'm like, what? So we had to go get them some supplies and bring them, and their truck was broken down, and Ryan fixed it back up, and they got back on the road, so that was good. Mm-hmm. So we had a little small rescue mission. Glad you made it back, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So, barely. Yeah. Us too, dude.
It's the real deal out there. I think everyone knows.
Ryan, my brakes were grinding so bad. Like, they just started, like, the worst noise ever. I'm like, I don't think we're going to make it home. Then my muffler freaking fell down. It was dragging wrong.
Then he was a victim of road rage. It just happened to be from me.
So I'm dragging my muffler. Sparks are flying. I'm like, dude, I have nothing to tie this thing up. The brakes are grinding so bad. Gage was driving, and I'm like, oh, my God. 9 hours of that. Kayak strap. Whole 9 yards. So... Oh, Julia, that sucks. No worries, bro. So I bet you guys are really excited to hear all the details of the Great American Treasure Hunt. Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with this hand. Oh, that's not it.
Wrong one.
That's not it either.
Wrong one.
There we go. That's that guy.
You're going to start with the handsome guy first?
They probably want to see it.
That was the night of orientation. And then open the chest, again, other maps. It was really cool. Amy custom made these scrolls.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. There we go.
She made all these really beautiful. We had kind of like an Egyptian pharaoh theme going. So
it was either that or Jimmy Dean, the sausage guy.
Well, there's two quotes that I was looking at that I really liked. And one of them it was the can you remember the quote? No. Better is bread with a happy heart than wealth with vexation. So, excuse me 1 second here. So, better is bread with a happy heart than wealth with vexation. That was the theme of this year. It was kind of a cool quote. I did like the Jimmy Dean quote until I found out it was Jimmy Dean, the sausage guy. And I forgot what it was now, but it was really cool.
I was like, who said the first one? And he's like, a pharaoh. And he tells me, and I'm like, who said the other one? And he's like, I don't know. And I looked it up, and I was like, Jimmy Dean. And then I was like, the sausage guy? Like, for real? Because I thought maybe they meant James Dean. No, it was Jimmy Dean.
Yeah,
it's the sausage guy.
It was a cool quote, nonetheless.
A deep wealth of...
Let's put the map with the riddles up. Guys, we're going to go through the riddles first. I know you're anxiously waiting.
I'm going to actually change the format so they can see it bigger.
So this was the map for the Great American Treasure Hunt. It was really cool. We had all the riddles here on this side. On the other side of the map is the whole park. This is another part of the park that extends into Gogebic County. So the treasure hunt took place in Ontonagon and Gogebic County. So since the Porcupine Mountains does span the two counties, part of it was in Gogebic. One of the trails actually was in there. So
scrolls are made from birch at the base of it.
And over here on the, you can see on the bottom right of the map, it's just a cool design. I just did to throw them off a little bit. Maybe just make something cool. It's actually a declination chart. If you were to stand under the North Star Polaris, if you're at the North Pole, and then you started walking backwards all the way to the equator, so every 10 degrees, that's how the star would lower in the sky. It's kind of all messed up and sideways right now, but that's how the star would lower until you get to the equator. It would be just resting on the horizon, then it would vanish. So just something cool. And then we had Braille, guys. We had Braille on this corner and that corner on the corners. So funny thing is, I didn't expect everyone would catch on to it so quick. It was a secret coded in Braille. So they got the maps at orientation. It was really funny because, you know, everyone's sitting down. I'm talking to them, explaining that, they're answering any questions. And Jason Julian gets up. He's okay. He's like, so what's up with the Braille? Real loud. I'm like, dude, shh, quiet.
Which is funny because that's the only loud thing he said the entire time. So.
Right.
He's very vocal in text, but very, very quiet in person. And it is really, really, really funny.
So I didn't think everyone would catch on to that being Braille. I thought they're like, what are these dots? What's Johnny trying to convey? But everyone kind of caught on that it was Braille, and it was a simple message. It said Mirror Lake.
That's not what it said.
It said Mirror Lake.
Oh yeah, it said Mirror Lake.
Mirror Lake, South Water's Edge. Yeah. So if you decipher that, it said Mirror Lake, South Water's Edge. So if you got that, everyone was like, oh, cool. So some people use that as a strategy, saying, I'm just going to go get that last because we know exactly where it is. So let me try to find the other rocks first. So that was some strategies. And every scroll had a 10-ounce bar in there as a gift. Mm-hmm. So real juicy, crispy.
You started the treasure hunt with a find right away.
Yep, so everyone had a 10-ounce bar right away. They have a nice map to take home. And Amy did a very well job with the scrolls and helping out with this. She did a very nice job. I don't know what I'd do without her. And we kind of burnt the edges of the map. This is before it was burnt, wasn't it?
So those are the scrolls, and they're birch, and then they were themed. The Book of the Dead, the Eye of Horus, a scarab, and Thoth and Anubis was on them. I am not in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
It was just art.
After, it's like everyone's going to accuse us of being
and then
Illuminati.
Hold on.
So
then there was these, but he'll get to these in a minute, but they did match the scrolls.
Yeah, so
you can go back to there.
So let me start going through the riddles and letting you guys know where they were. I know everyone from the Great American Treasure Hunt's probably very. Oh, thank you. It's probably very anxious to know all the solves to the riddles.
I am anxious. Oh wait, I know.
So check it out. On the first riddle on the top, it's gonna be hard for you guys to know unless you're in there to know the trails. But there is one placed here, and for you awaits on the trail edge between the lakes. So, do I have a map?
Hi, Brian.
So the trail edge between the lakes. Let me see if you guys can see it on my map here.
Yes, Chuck. I'm trying to trigger you.
There's
what I'm doing.
There's a place called Lake of the Clouds. You guys might have seen all the pictures. It's a really beautiful place.
It was on a magazine cover.
Yep. And so the riddle led you to between Lake Superior and Lake of the Clouds. It was edged between the lakes. A lot of you found that rock. It had a mountain escarpment as a picture. So a lot of you guys brought that back. I think almost everyone brought that one back. So that was a really good one.
Do you want me to?
It was wedged right between the lakes. So that's how you could find that. So I tried to make some of the riddles narrow down this year. So to make it really easier.
Hold on, I'll show them a picture.
Yeah, Amy can show you a picture of that. Hello, hello. How you doing there, Brian?
I just got your
Emily?
message and I opened it accidentally, but I'll read it when we're done here, Brian.
Guys, we had such an amazing time over there.
The funniest thing ever, for me at least, was when I borrowed waders from Brian and he walked up to my car window and he was like, "Hey, so what kind of socks you got on?" It was the funniest question ever. I was like, "Just regular socks?" And he's like, "No, you're going to need knee highs." And it was good advice. He was right, but it was just a funny.
Then Emily comes up to him. She's like, "Yeah, dude, because you like wear normal socks. You're a normal person, right?"
I was just like, "What are we doing here?"
People don't walk around with knee-high socks all day.
Brian
was like, right.
I appreciate that. And he was right. They were great. They were exactly right.
Brian had like every single gadget you can think of. This guy has everything, man. So he'd be a nice person to be lost with in the forest, you know?
Yeah.
So where were we at here? You were going to show them something?
I know. I got too many pictures. I'm not finding
the escarpment rock?
I'm looking for it right now. Give me a second.
Show you the escarpment picture rock.
Unless that's one on your phone.
Why didn't we get scrolls last year? I don't know, man. I'm sorry, Ben.
I'll give you a scroll for date night.
You
want a date night scroll?
For date night.
I'll make you a date night scroll. What of a kind, buddy.
Hey, Ben, someone else brought a machete.
It was bigger than yours.
And it was sharper. And it was badder.
That's true.
So there. Who was that? Michelle or was it Jen? It was wielding that thing. I think it was Michelle.
It's Michelle. Never mess with Michelle and her machete.
Dude, Michelle had a sweet machete. I'm like, if only Ben could be here, they would have been the best of friends, you know?
I keep coming up.
You started a thing for sure. So you got the rock?
I think it's on yours. Or it's this one.
Well,
I'm not sure.
We'll pull them up later.
I'll post all of them shortly.
So let me go to the second riddle here.
Like 100,000 pictures on my device.
So this is the one that kind of
Brian had a machete too.
This is the one that kind of messed a lot of people up. In fact, Brian was right on this one. I don't know how you didn't get it, bro. But when you showed me that one morning right where you were going, you pointed on your map and you're like, this is where it's at. See, Brian and Emily, they were religiously getting a rock every single day. One rock a day. They were coming back. I'm like, they got this, dude. They're going to win the contest here. Here's the riddle. The clay does not ask the potter how it shall be formed, nor question why is it dropped just before the first sight between here and there. So it was dropped just before a campsite off a Lake Superior trail. The potter being the superior to the clay, right? So the clay doesn't ask the potter, you know, why it was formed. The clay doesn't. It's in mercy of the superior, you know. So let me show you where that was at here. Does map have it on here? Right here.
So let me pull you up a little bigger.
Okay.
There you go.
So this was this Lake Superior trail here. Am I the right one here? No, this ain't the right. See, I only have half the map, I think. Right here. So Lake Superior Trail. Sorry, I'm covering you up, babe.
No, you're good.
This is one of the most gnarliest trails in the park. I personally think so. It's you guys, you going over like seriously cliffs. You're walking on sheer rocks sticking up every which way, every which direction.
It's a lot.
So you got to come up through here, all the way up here, and there was a campsite right here. I put the rock right before it on the right side here. So right before the first site between here and there, you know. So this could have been taken both ways between the two landings, drop between the landings, or from where you start between here and there. So there's a couple different ways to solve it. Few people figured it out towards the end. So that is one that did not get found, was that Lake Superior rock. And I remember Brian being so bummed out because he looked really hard, and Emily, they were finding a rock every single day until Friday. He came back and he didn't find a rock, and that's when the panic set in because the contest ended at Saturday at 8. And so he was freaking out, both were. And so they had to find 2 rocks in one day before 8 p.m. on Saturday. And so we had a lot of panic going, and that's what happened there. So let me go to the next one. All the teams did great, though. I'm going to explain all that. Here's the third one. With part comparable to salmon and then added weight, one is found here on the trail less great. So with part comparable to salmon and then added weight, one is found here on the trail less great. So there was two trails. One was called there's three trails. One was called little carp, and the other was big carp. So if you took those, you were on the wrong ones because it wasn't a carp. It was called the Pinkerton Trail because pink is comparable to salmon being pink. And if you add weight to it, you get ton to get Pinkerton Trail. And a lot of you folks that were on the hunt got that rock too, the Pinkerton rock. There was a fish rock that was right the halfway point. There's a bridge there, and we put the rock like right by on the creek. So it was a fish in a creek rock that they had to grab. And a lot of them did well on that one. Brought back that fish Pinkerton rock. So that was really fun. And you got the pictures of that one, Amy?
I do.
So we're going to pull up and show you all the rock pictures when we're done here. So the next one, if you go to where there is without.
Here's Pinkertons. You want to show them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Turn the brightness down.
That was the Pinkerton rock. That was the fish. And I have Superiors, I think, on my phone. Do you have Superior on your phone?
No, I don't have Superior on my phone. I have Mirror Lake.
You have the Mirror on your phone.
You want to see Mirror Lake since you talked about that one already?
Oh, yeah. So I sent Bree and Amy to hide the Mirror Lake rock, guys, and they got lost, and it was not good.
You're not telling the story, sir. I don't know who's telling the story, but you're not telling the story.
We'll tell it in a minute. So
we almost died.
Yeah, it was bad. So if you go to where there is without and delve here, you'll find that there's a rock waiting near. So this was at None Such Mine, is when you come into the park. It's like one of the first, not the first, but if you come in over here, and if you turn, you go straight down here, it ends in this little trail. It's like a half-mile trail. It's called None Such Mine. It's a really cool place. They got the ruins, the mine, the old copper mine there. And so we had a rock there. It had the shovel and pickaxe is the symbol. And it was crazy because no one could find that one at first. And then everyone started finding it and bringing it back. So I think almost everyone got that one, right? Pretty much. Almost. Yeah, I think everyone got a rock. So that one was really cool. Really good spot.
Yeah, and None Such is it's a nice trail, assuming you have bug.
Yeah, it's a nice, easy walk. It's the easiest.
Great, you could take anyone there, but the bugs, you got to watch the bugs. That's why.
Oh, that's funny, Brenda. All right, so Emily's got it in her backyard. Which one? The fish?
Pinkerton.
Oh, you picked up the fish. So, what is found on the face will help guide your way. On a path like two lines is where my rock lay. So this is another one that didn't get found. And I don't think anybody hit this trail at all, but I know Brian and Emily did towards the end. That was a long, gnarly trail too, full of mud and down trees. And it went all the way up to the mouth of the Little Carp River. Mouth of the, seeing that right? This map is so messed up. Mouth of the Big Carp River, sorry. So on this map here, if you look on the screen, like, show them.
Here, I can pull it up. Does that help at all? Well, now you can't point though.
Right. So that part by the water with all the words and stuff, that's the mouth of the Big Carp. So there was a trail that would guide you there, and it was called Cross Trail. And so, across two lines. And so you're supposed to take Cross Trail with the mouth of the carp guiding your way. And you know what? I didn't put the rock very far along that trail because it was such a nasty trail. I didn't want all their time to be taken going up and down this trail. So I put it maybe a quarter-ish, half mile up. Not even right on the right side. So
You getting lazy on us?
no, I didn't want.
I'm just kidding.
I was
It's a
trying to make
joke. It
this
was just
so
a
it was.
joke.
I know. And so I think a lot of people. I know Brian and Emily had most of their time searching around the mouth area, and they didn't. I don't know if they expected me to put it so close from the green, because you have to take the greenstone path is what we took to cross, and then we put it over there, just quarter mile up ish. I'd say a little more, maybe half.
But...
So, and that rock had a pharaoh on it. I can show you that too when we find that picture. So that was a cool one. That was like, so you had a pharaoh, you had a fish, you had the mining symbol, you had the escarpment rock, and what was the other one?
None such.
None such. Yeah, the mining symbol.
The Superior was the clay pot.
Superior was the clay pot. It was a clay pot picture, which I think that might have thrown someone off because it kind of looked like a smudge on a rock with how big the pot was comparable to the rock. So we had tons of fun. So big question is, did anyone win?
They were close.
Unfortunately, no one got all 6 rocks. I was as bummed as they were. Emily and Brian and Ryan and Jessica came out with the most. They had 4 rocks out of the 6. And it was such a bummer, man, because I was really hoping for someone to win this year. And they had all the solves. I know Brian and Emily had all the solves. A lot of the folks in the group had several rocks too.
Jason Julian would like to know what the mask was for. What his special item was for.
Oh yeah, if you went to None Such, you got a special item.
I'll show you the.
So it was Jason. I cannot believe you. Jason, it was a blindfold. So if people who didn't understand it was Braille, they'd be like, oh, these dots are Braille. And you were wearing it over on Overlook Trail and everything. But it was just for you to figure out that it was Braille. Even when I gave it to you, I'm like, this is so dumb. You're gonna laugh when you get it, and you didn't get it. So I don't know. So it was just to read the Braille.
And that's true. You can now use it for kinky time if you'd like.
I'm sorry it took you through.
Recycle, reuse. What is it? Reuse, something. Recycle. You do that.
So we had.
Yeah, Amy After Dark. We should have made him wear them to the haunted hospital, like lead them in and then make them take them off in the
Brian,
basement.
we were so worried about you when you didn't return at 8, so everyone started going out looking for you. And we were a little scared too, because I know you guys were just like way over exerting yourselves, and Emily was just like, dude, Brian, I don't know if I can do it. He's like, get in the truck, we're going. It was a little bit funny, but not really.
We say this every year, and we say this every year, and I mean it every year. We had the best group. We had an
awesome time. I can't even describe to you guys how fun it was.
Everybody virtually was like an OG of Johnny's Treasure Quest that was up there with us.
It was really cool.
Everyone carried that same spirit.
Brian's laugh.
Once again, we had people helping, people with their cars or people with like logistics. And it's just the spirit of it is just awesome that you guys are the best.
So I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're still figuring it out with no one finding it, how next year is going to play out.
We're working on that. We're exhausted right now. This was a lot of work, and we were a little under.
If we're gonna go back to the original, you just got to find one rock like we did the first year, or if we're gonna make
we'll make changes again.
But you guys worked your butts off. Everyone in here, you guys coming back, limping, and everyone put their best foot forward. Everyone.
I have a question. Did. Do any of you that were on the Great American Treasure Hunt with us, do you want to come on live? I can send you a link and you can click it and join our live.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Does anyone want to jump on?
If you want to jump on, just let me know. Just message in the Great American Treasure Hunt group chat and let me know. Actually, I'm just going to put the link in there.
And Sarah had room 109. We'll always remember 109, Sarah.
I'm making her a
You guys, one night the DNR showed up. And
No, listen, I walked out the door because we were all going somewhere. We were going to the beach, and I was just going to my car, and a DNR car and 2 state of Michigan cars just like roll up and stop at my feet. And I was like, I just turned and walked back into the hotel.
I'm coming out of my room to meet Amy outside, and Dean comes running down the hallway. Johnny, no! Johnny, go hide! Johnny!
Dean has Johnny's back, like no,
like
not
so
even,
awesome.
like not even me. I was
on?
like, you better go in.
He's like, they're here for you. The DNR's here for you. Go hide. So I like, are you kidding me? And I kind of looked out and I seen the cars lined up. I'm like, I'm going to jail. So I'm in the room sitting there, like, what am I gonna do? They're gonna arrest me. I don't know. The DNR just don't approve of my activities sometimes. So it was exciting, but they weren't for me. They were for some Lori girl.
Yeah, I went back out there and I was like, hi, how are you guys this evening? And they were like, are you Lori? And I was like, actually, no, I'm Amy, but you may also be interested to know that. I don't know. I don't know. I may be on a different poster. I'm not sure. Holy cow. I am trying to figure out how to get you that here. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get it sent to you right now. Hold on. Give me just a second here. I know what to do. I'm transferring the link to my stuff so I can send it to you. So give me just a second here. Okay. I'm sending it right
now. Right, Brian?
I just sent it in the group chat for everybody. Yes, I went shot for shot with Emily. I was down 1, but then we went into Lake Superior together, and that's how we ended it. Actually, that's not how we ended it. After we came out of Lake Superior, we were over by this rock wall in complete total darkness, taking off our waders as 2 women on the beach. And then Dina walked by with her flashlight to go up the stairs. And then she's like, oh, and like startled because there was just a man sitting there like single-digit inches away from us as we changed in the dark.
It's like 1:30 in the morning.
Like literally as close as I am to Johnny right now. And I had no idea he was there. No idea. Like he's literally sitting on the rock we're leaning against as we're like.
What'd he say to you? He's like,
I was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm Ben. And I was like, okay, because I was like, do you have a machete? First of all, like, which Ben? Clarify. But anyways, then he was like, well, I still don't know who you are. And I was like, that's correct. Absolutely. Oh, look, Brian's ready to join our broadcast. Now what?
I don't know. He's down here.
Oh, look at that. I didn't know that it would do that. That's fancy. Hide this.
Hey guys.
Hold on, I'm.
Are you able to hear me or no?
Yes.
I'm doing the things. Yep.
Okay.
There he is.
There he is.
Are you guys able to hear me?
We can't hear you.
Ah, shoot. Okay, hold on.
Maybe you're muted on your side, Brian, or maybe we got you muted.
I can hear myself.
He's not muted on my side.
I think you're muted, Brian. You sure he's not muted on our side?
I'll try it. Let's see. Try talking. Oh, they can hear him. But well, hold on. Let me pull it up a different way then.
You guys can hear him?
Here, we'll do this. Wait, maybe. Say something now. There we go.
I can hear you now. How you doing, man? You hear us, Brian?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if you guys can see. There we go.
yeah, that was like the best picture. The water came in a little bit, and so the fish got a little bit went underwater, and it looked like it was coming right out of the water. That is such a great picture.
Yeah, that was kind of perfect.
Yeah. Well, do you want to share your experience, or
Oh, Michelle's on too.
What was that?
do you want to share your experience? Oh, Michelle's on too.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I mean about that day or just in general.
Just in general.
I mean, it was fantastic. It was a great time. I mean, it was definitely a lot of hiking up and down hills, mountains, swamps, dry ground, mosquitoes, no mosquitoes. It was a great time for me and Emily, and we definitely pushed ourselves more so than we ever thought we would. We never thought we'd even be that close to, getting them all, let alone solving every single riddle. But in the end, it was just like, we were just toast and beat. I mean, even the last day when you guys came out looking for us and we were walking out or driving out, I came back, and once I found out where the two last stones were, and I knew I was like within 20 yards, I just had to go to my truck for a minute and just like decompress. And then the next thing you know, I fell asleep, and it was like almost 2:00 in the morning, and I woke up and everybody was sleeping. So I wish I would have been able to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You fell asleep in the truck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked when I got out. I was just
How many?
overly. I mean, when I estimated it on my phone, at least it was 92 miles.
Oh
on
my
6
God.
days.
Wow.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Now that's just on my phone. That on the trails itself. I mean, that was just going back to and from the car, stuff like that. But on the trails themselves, I'm sure it was a little bit less. But that I'll figure out that math later.
Mm-mm. We got Michelle over here with us.
Do you have your machete?
Not with me. It's actually in the truck.
Oh,
Or are you
we
talking about Michelle?
Both of them have machetes.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you have yours?
It's somewhere in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
still
I have
haven't
mine. It's
unpacked
just, I
anything.
never used it. I almost did on Lake Superior.
Yeah.
At the campsite, I almost used it.
You got to show Brian what a real machete looks like. Michelle.
Ben.
Or Ben. Sorry, Ben.
Oh, forget it. I'll go get it.
It's Emily. The link is in the Great American Treasure Hunt group chat in the Facebook Messenger app.
Michelle, did you have a good time?
I did. I am beat to hell though. I think I've slept more today than I have all week.
Right. Yeah, we got in at like 2:30.
Yeah.
2:30
really late.
this morning. Yeah. So it's a rough ride back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
Never seemed to end.
No, it doesn't. Like we got to the Mackinac Bridge, we're like, oh, we're halfway there.
Right.
Then it felt like the ride just kept going and
Right.
going.
Right. Yeah, we got to the Mackinac Bridge. I'm like, oh, I got to put a coin like I did last year. Leave it for someone,
Right.
So I think someone on TikTok.
As a joke, I sent Jen a text when I read that and said, so are we going to Mackinac to get the coin?
Yeah, right.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, poor Ryan broke down on the way, and we had to check out and go help him. Oh, there it is.
There's a machete.
There it
Oh, I
is.
thought you were talking about my dog's toy. I was like, no.
I mean, I never used it, but I almost did at Lake Superior Trail.
I used it on a poor tree on Pinkerton Trail. I kind of lost my cool.
So what was
Oh,
your
yeah.
guys' favorite part of the hunt, or the whole time?
Yeah, go on.
There was a lot. Like it was the camaraderie, everybody laughing and joking together. It was so nice. Hey, Emily.
Hey, can you guys hear
How
me?
you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized I was at sitting in front of my desk, and that's why there's all this bullshit in the background. In case I have to do a
Zoom
a
meeting.
phone call. Yeah.
After all, you are my lawyer.
Yeah, you do compliance stuff, Emily?
Could you do compliance?
I could, but would you want me to? No.
Then she can't be a part of
Oh,
it.
that's true. That's true.
Because then I can't buy chocolate bars, and it's all about chocolate bars.
Look who's in the comments. Lindy.
Is that
Hi, Lindy. We love you.
Lindy says thanks from the Kentika. You all rock. Can't wait till next year.
Uh,
So sweet.
Was that place not the best?
Bye.
We love them.
Yeah, we every day for our meals and stuff we got to eat and we got a show because there was always bears or vultures or
Come
Yeah.
or to watch, and they were so close, and it was so cool to be able to watch them as we were eating.
Yeah.
And then not see any on our trails. So
Yeah. You don't want to see them on the trail. Did
No.
anybody see any bears at all? I don't think anyone did they?
other than at the Cantica,
Right.
no.
Mhm.
I saw a
Thankfully.
bald eagle on Pinkerton.
Yeah,
What?
that's cool.
Head.
Did you get a picture of it? You said.
Jen got a picture of the one at the Cantica. A
Yeah.
bald
Jeff
eagle.
was that?
land- Yeah.
You
We
guys
saw
got
some deer, and that was about it. I mean, there was a group ahead of us, not with our Great American Treasure Hunt, but like a mom and her daughter that saw a moose and they got scared and they ran back. But by the time we got down there, it was going to be long gone.
right.
Yeah. And then there was another lady that probably scared off the moose that was shouting when she was right in front of me saying,
Yeah.
"Hi, you having a good day?"
Right.
Like I was. Thank you.
I'd have to say, though, my favorite time out of the whole thing was just being able to see all the porcupines that we were able to see, and being able to spend the time that we had with each other, as a group. Unfortunately, me and Emily, it would just kind of suck that we weren't able to spend as much time, free time with the group. I mean, by the time the last day was happening, we were trying to fight for the win, and it was just, we were too close just to, hang it up, and we wanted to spend more time with each other, but we weren't able to. I'd have to say the worst thing I had, though, the worst time that I had was the many close calls that Emily probably was going to choke me out or kill me for pushing her
Fair. That's fair.
and becoming frustrated with me.
I think Johnny feels that way about me.
Yeah, you guys went into panic mode Friday when you didn't return with a rock, and I'm like, uh-oh.
I mean,
You needed
I
that,
was-
plan.
Or
I mean,
we were really close
yeah.
to either one of us dying.
I just-
by murder.
on Friday, it's like we both knew where it would be, and it was just like it's either going to be. We knew where it was going to be on Lake Superior Trail, and there was no other question about it. We just don't know how we missed it multiple times, and then on the Cross Trail, we took a chance at the mouth because it made more sense to guide it right there. But then we knew we would. It would probably be at the beginning and we could check it on our way out. But at the time we got out of there, we just wanted to get out. Like, we were so tired. We were so beat. I mean, that trail is horrible in general. And
It's nasty.
we've been down it twice, first day and on the last day. And actually me and Emily talked, and on the first day, if we would have, kept our eyes open a little bit more or, looked the wrong way or right way, we would have found 3 rocks on the first day because we went down those 3 areas, but whatever.
Right.
We had a
Never
great time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe we would have had more time at Buckshot, but who knows? I mean, maybe in a different way. You never know, and maybe we would have never found the Cross Trail one, and so we did the best we could, and I feel like any other choice, we could have, because we were also thinking about going to Correction Line, so we would have been even farther from it. So
Yeah, you told me you were going to check that out. I'm like, no, don't do that.
yeah.
It was just too far, and every day we're like, no, let's not do
Yeah.
it. Let's go somewhere else.
And
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it just wasn't, meant to be for us anyway. And we got farther anyways than I ever thought we would. And I'm just I'm grateful for the experience that we did have and being able to hang out with everybody and meet everybody, and even the adventure that we had during the day was awesome, but then at night it was also sweet, and I'm so glad that I got to do the campfires and Uperlite hunting, and we got to go bowling, and we got to go to the hospital, the abandoned hospital, and it was just I don't know, it was just so fun all around. We fit so much into a day, and it was just a once in a lifetime adventure. So, you know, I know at least Brian and I are so grateful and happy that we got to be a part of it. So, you know, thank you to the whole JTQ family,
Yeah, thank you.
and our entire group for
I mean,
being
two months out of back surgery, I never thought I would have been able to do this.
Yeah, dude, I was really
Right.
concerned for that.
Honestly,
by alone, you know.
Me too. Yeah.
Just thinking of a funny story. Michelle, you should tell the story about how you guys got the picture of The Rock when you were pictures.
Yeah. That was so embarrassing. We're like, well, at least we had a good time. Look at all the pictures we got, and we're flipping through them. And Jen's like, oh my God, is that what I think it is? She blows it up, and I start laughing. I'm like, oh man, this is so sad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
And then we were like, rule number 1, when we come back, optometrist.
I'm in the same boat. I think, yeah, like there were so many rocks that I was right by and didn't see, and like without Brian like has way better eyesight, and so he was able, for some reason, was able to see it. And even when he pointed to the rock, I was like, dude, that's not it. That's like a rock with a shadow on it. What are you talking about? And he brings me closer, and I'm like, holy shit, it's got to be right in front of my face. I'm like, oh my God, that's a picture of mountains.
Which that's
And,
why I think the Superior one you guys missed, because it was like the clay pot could have looked like a big smudge or something.
It was
you know?
it was a larger decal, and I think you kind of had fine tuned for like the more fine detailed ones instead of the more pronounced.
Yeah. And we didn't know what we were looking for. It didn't help either, you know. But you know, and we knew that was part of the game and everything too. And it was just a matter of trying to determine what shadows and what rocks and what color and you know where it would be. And you know, I mean, literally, we walked that exact area 3 different days and spent a lot of time at it. And I don't know how we missed it. I mean, especially, you know, I mean, with my eyesight and my, you know, little inputs here and there and Emily's, you know, knowledge of the riddles, that's what made us a good team. But in the end, you know, I mean, we still had a good time.
Dude, when you told me we were going that morning, I'm like, he's got it. You pointed right on the map. We're going to check this area. Then we're going to go up here and down the trail and check the other site and then come back. And
I was so bummed. I mean, I still am. It still hits me every once in a while, but you know, we got closer than ever we thought we would. And I mean, hopefully we'll have a future opportunity to repeat, you know, we'll never know, you know, but, you know, or at least try it again. And, you know, I don't know. It just was, it was unfortunate because we knew there was a good chance they were going to be. And then in the end, we found out that's where they were. It was just even worse. It was just like,
it was funny though, because like we were certain, like we were positive that the rock was not there, that like somebody took it or something.
Yeah, we're like, there's no way. I mean, how could we have missed it? But
right.
I mean, we did.
I had to go back.
We would have like sworn on our lives. And yeah, as soon as you know, we talked to you and Amy had probably gone through this so many times with people swearing on their lives that the rock was not there, you know, and it being there the entire time.
Even that week, I had multiple times where I went out and scouted things, or I had other people scouted things.
Right.
And every single time, but it was 4 people have been here. It's absolutely not there. I said, eyes on it, and it was there.
And someone would come back with a picture of it.
A lot of times, though, it's just visually overwhelming. Like there's just so much out there. It's sensory overload, really.
Especially when you're like me, where you can trip over your own feet, so you gotta like watch for you're looking down at the, you know, roots and the rocks so you don't trip over yourself, and then you're also, you know, looking ahead to make sure that you're still on the path, but then you got to look side to side also for the rocks and everything. And there's just you got to go really slow, and so you're not only racing against other teams, but you're racing against the clock too. So it's just a matter of timing and luck and lots of patience and you know, just mind over matter, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. We had such a good time with you. I wish we had another couple days there with you guys.
I'm so sad leaving there. I was so sad.
It was terrible. It's terrible getting in the car and leaving. You know,
I was so sad when all of you left, and then I was so sad when I had to leave. It was just.
I was kind of bummed that, you know, we weren't able to spend, you know, at least a day, you know, just as a group, you know, everyone together, you know, instead of just trying to get back, have dinner, and then decompress. I mean, you know, there were some days that we walked, me and Emily, like 10, 12 miles down different trails, and and most of the trails weren't easy either. And then we were so tired, and then we had to get up in the morning. It was like I wanted to spend some time just hanging out and just getting to know everyone, you know.
You guys.
And I was like, fuck, I wish I went to the casino.
Yeah.
You know, Han, he had that. He was walking with that cane. He was still doing miles.
Oh, I felt so bad that
Yeah. Everyone was seriously like.
We had a group of
diehards,
all-stars.
man. Yeah,
it was
all-stars.
all-stars.
It was insane how you guys kept up. Just
Yeah.
hiding them. You know, I'm limping the first couple days after we're done. And, you know, I was hiding the things, and you guys were just all week in and out. You know?
My favorite is seeing Gary's face when he knows we've already been out hiding things, and then one of you guys comes back and is like, and he looks at us knowing we're gonna go back out there. This year he said, "I think you guys hike those trails more than anybody, and no one even knows it." I'm like,
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
We understand as well.
After the first day, I was going to come bring my cane out because everybody knew I had back surgery recently. And then I was like, well, they might think I might be medically not okay to do these trails. And they might just say, hey, you can't go out. And I was going to try to play it off like I was hurt. But, you know, then I was like, you know, all the other teams would, you know, think I was hurt. But then I was like, yeah, it might not be a good idea.
And then I played the opposite where I was hurt like crazy and I could barely walk. And I'm like, I don't want the rest of the teams to think that I'm weak. So I'm going to, you know,
That's
I'm
how
going to try and walk as normal as possible, even though I'm hurting like hell inside.
Yeah.
So I played it off cool, you know. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, just a walk in the park, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I was super bummed in the end. I mean, knowing that we had that day and those spots, and we were just fighting time, and it was just very unfortunate. But hopefully, like I said, maybe next year, me and Emily or whoever will be able to be more successful than we were.
What you should have done is when you were coming back with one rock and you're like, okay, we're good for the day. And then the next day, yep, we got another one. And then you guys should have went back out and tried to get ahead, you know?
Well, the one day we came back real early and we kind of briefly just, you know, rested really quick, you know, and then we were just like, yeah, let's go back out and check this other spot. And of course it wasn't good, but, you know, we ruled it out at least. But, you know, there were teams that were coming back at midday and we were like, dude, we were moving. And then we found the one rock within an hour of being out the first or one of the days. And it was like, all right, let's take this time just to, like, you know, review everything and look it over. Let's go back there real quick.
And the first rock, that's the one that I really wanted to grab as a souvenir. That was the Pinkerton one. That's now in my backyard because we didn't put that together until we were on Pinkerton. And I was like, wait, Brian, hold on, stop. I just thought of something. And I'm like, pink plus ton? I'm like, oh my God, it's on this trail. We got to keep our eyes peeled because we weren't looking. We were just trying to get to the mouth of Big Carp. And then honestly, like 2 minutes later, Brian saw the rock. And if I hadn't put that two together, like all of a sudden the first day, we would have walked right past it. And it was just like crazy irony and luck right there.
I knew a lot of people were going to try to go to the little carp or the big carp on that riddle, you know.
That's where we were headed. Yeah, it's for that riddle. Because we just hadn't put that together.
What'd you say, Michelle?
Where exactly was it on the trail? Now that I can ask, was it where the bed dried up, or was it past?
It was by that little bridge crossing thing.
That was all damaged.
It was like, yeah, the
like
one that was
little creek bed, kind of.
It was right to the right of it, and it was just sitting right there.
It was right before it, yeah.
I said, oh, this is not good or not great. Just like
it was
great. We were like, this is not great.
Yeah, right.
It was
the water came
when I grabbed it though, it was like half in water, so it looked like the fish was kind of jumping out of the water.
You got the Nunsuch one on your phone?
It's on your. I have part of it.
Michelle's got the Nunsuch one, right?
Yeah, it on the Nunsuch one.
It's like, right before that black bridge, right? I don't know where it's.
Yeah, it was probably. I think it was like a half mile in.
Right there, right before it.
Yep, that's exactly where I told Jen we should go back and look, and she wouldn't go back on the trail.
Pinkerton wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad of a trail.
Hey, are those rocks still out there?
Huh?
Are those still out there?
Some are, and some have been grabbed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know which ones? Oh, I don't even want to think I want to go back there. I mean,
nobody wants to go get it.
I'm still in Ironwood right now, and
Ryan, you owe it to yourself to go get Superior.
What'd you say?
I'll give you the pin drop.
I'll go grab it, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm bringing my machete this time, and I'll
I
tear it
think you're
down.
lucky that you'll give me 150 grand to go get it right now, and
Yeah.
I have to think about it. Like,
Wow.
yeah, to go back to that. Oh man, with all those rocks under your feet. Oh,
I
geez.
hear you though, because Bree and I, we came out the backside of Summit Peak. And then there was this little path with an orange arrow. So we like took it because it looked like the better, shorter path to Mirror Lake. And it was not. It was dried up water, waterbed. And
that sucks.
we got like 2 miles out until we hit like a swamp. And then that was when the panic set in. And then when we were going back, it was not dried up anymore because it had started to rain and it was filling up pretty quick. So then Bree had to literally pull me out of like quicksand mud type stuff. I was sinking. Like the more I moved, the more trapped I got. It was just like they tell you in kindergarten. I'm not even kidding. I wasn't lying at all. But
so funny. We were trying to figure out, like, because anytime we hit like a huge like swamp or like muddy area, we were trying to figure out. We were like, oh, I can see how like maybe this is where Amy got stuck and Bree had to pull her out, and you know they ended up on a different side of the park, and
that was
a couple different times.
So we finally make our way back to the trail, and we had been like hollering for help and also fighting amongst each other. And then we come out of we're coming out of this swampy area. We're all muddy and messed up. And we see these two people that clearly heard us calling for help. So we had the most awkward trail passing of all time in that regard. And then we go do it. We get out there. And it's starting to rain now, and now the sticker will not stick. So then luckily I had first aid tape to adhere it to the rock, which ended up working out quite well. And then we hiked all the way back, and there's this major trailhead. You can't miss it. There's benches, there's elderly ladies with dogs, there's all the things there, big signs. We never came back to that trailhead. I have no idea where it went. I don't know where we went. And then we came out at a parking lot on the other side of the park instead of where we intended, and then I had to call Johnny from the side of the road, and that was fun.
Can you see the rock?
I see it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You guys, a lot of you guys have a lot of good pictures with selfies with the rocks. You got to start posting them.
Yeah, we will. Well, once I get back downstate, I'm gonna get with Emily and give her all the pictures and videos, and we'll come up with something.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna make a little video with some like voiceover and stuff, but yeah, Brian had most of our pictures, and he was wearing a GoPro, so we had a lot of video as well.
Nice.
Who was asking something?
I don't know who drew the compass yet. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, someone drew a compass on one of the rocks, I think, to try to mess with some of the hunters.
And then in the comment section, just incidentally, Dina and Jeff went and got the None Such rock.
Oh, you guys did?
Yeah, that's what it says in the comments.
So which ones are taken already? So if I decide to, other than the Lake Superior
cross.
You went and got that one.
I went and got the cross.
He went and got the cross one before we left because to bring to Emily, and then Emily was already gone when we got back.
I was gonna
oh my god!
We'll bring it to you next time we see you guys. So.
Wow.
We did not go to Superior though. Johnny had enough of that trail.
I'm not going back.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
How many times did you do it this season?
I only did it all 3 times.
Only 3 times.
Yeah.
Well,
we're almost there. We did it twice. Yeah. Twice.
If I get time tomorrow, I might go and grab it. I don't know. I gotta take my buddy to the airport.
Plus, you gotta find it.
Well, we're gonna try to run to. He's never seen Lake of the Clouds, so we're gonna run over there real quick, and I might have a chance to run down the hill, real quick.
Southmere's there.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing that one.
No, that's screw that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hike, but I mean, there's easier route with Beaver Creek, but
that's why James didn't come. He didn't want to go to Southmere.
That's not why. But I would avoid it like that.
Every time there was an arrow that said like that the trail was one way and there was like a drop off, or like there was like we were like a cliff or something, Brian would just say fuck that.
Someone posted that one
as much.
That so I knew that said that you're not almost you're not almost there. Someone was
Right.
you know,
We-
that's kind of how it is out there.
Fuck that trail.
I knew that around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon that it was time to like stop talking to Emily, because she would just literally say, Brian, don't talk to me unless you find a rock.
See, we were all worried about Emily. We should have been worried about you. She's ready to push you off escarpment or something.
She was ready to push me anywhere, whether it was in a swamp or whatever. I mean, that's
I'm
why I
just
was
gonna,
always ahead of her. I tried to like stay ahead of her.
I'm just gonna fall on the sword and speak on behalf of the females for a moment. I know that's a bold statement in this day and age, but here's where I'm gonna go with it. When we are on a trail with you and you are like, hey man, look at this cool thing, we don't give a fuck.
Thank you.
And when we were like, oh,
Yeah.
great, that's actually sarcasm. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
It's called being passive aggressive.
Yes, actually, that's exactly what it is.
Instead of being aggressive, that's all I could muster out. And
Oftentimes
I
oftentimes those great, they're not really great. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a different
it's like,
language.
oh, neat. I really wanted you to point out that cool tree amongst all these trees. That's really super that you're talking about a tree right now.
Mhm.
And I'm like, don't talk to me until you see a rock with a symbol or the fucking parking lot.
Right?
That's literally what she told me every time.
And the fact that there was every time, the fact that
Here you go, Johnny. This is the one
Why
I
don't you
showed
jump
you when I
on?
found it. You will like this one.
Does anyone else want to jump on? Oh,
Tell
that's a good picture.
Jason Julian
I love
needs
that
to jump
picture.
on.
yeah, that was a good one.
Not such. You guys like went there like 3 times, 4 times, right?
Yeah, but I know for a fact that I didn't go up that little trail the first 2 times. I mean, I was trying to follow it on my not my GPS, but my one app for trails, and it kind of took me closer to the river. So like I was going past the mine and towards the river a lot, and I finally went up around the buildings, and then I found it.
Well, Nonsuch was like, I think it had the most like off trails, like from the main trail.
Right.
It's most like forks and little areas.
It's weird over there.
Nooks and crannies. It's
Yeah.
really
You don't know which one's the main one or which one's the off one. You know?
Yep.
Right.
So,
Exactly. So the first 2 times, I don't think we had time to do every little nook and cranny, and then the third time we went back is when we found the rock.
And that's why Lake Superior Trail was so frustrating to us, because we knew there was really no offshoots other than that trail itself. And the amount of times that we looked from the trail, and then finally, like the last day we walked, I wouldn't say the last day, but we did it the last 2 times where we actually walked into the woods and walked like 10, 15 feet into the woods back and forth. And I mean, people that walked by were kind of looking at us weird, and it's like, no. And then I had one guy pass me and go, how much farther to Lake in the Clouds? I'm like, you're going the wrong way, buddy. He goes, are you sure? I looked on the map and everything. I go, no, it's the other way. You got to go further down and park up the top of the mountain. He's like, okay, well, we'll try this out. And then 15, 20 minutes later, he goes, yeah, you were right, and turned around. So, but yeah, I wanted to deforest that whole area of that campground, man. I swear to God.
Does anyone else want to jump on? Michelle, do you have anything to say?
No, just what was the 5th clue? The one with the face.
That was
that was the Fuck It Trail.
Oh yeah.
That was the Cross Trail.
Yep, never again.
So that was
you had to go to either
so
Mirror Lake. Yeah, sorry.
The mouth of the Big Harp was on the face, so that was what's going to guide you. So on a path like 2 lines was a cross. So it was Cross Trail. The mouth was just to guide you.
So it was between Cross Trail and the Big Mouth.
No, it was off a Cross Trail on the way to the mouth.
Oh, okay.
Nowhere near the mouth.
It was just a little bit ways up on the right. Say
yeah. So what our mistake was is that we looked at what was the easiest route to get to the mouth. And the easiest route to get to the mouth was through Pinkerton, that we thought. And then we came up Cross Trail. So by the time we looked around the mouth the first day and we got up Cross Trail almost to the end, I mean, halfway through Cross Trail, it's 4.5 miles or 5 miles or something like that. By the time we got to that, we were just like shot and we were beat, and we were just like, we just want to get the F out of here. Like, where is this trail leading us? We were trying to look for the blue dots.
Jessica, jump on.
We were just like, forget this. And then, we didn't think we'd ever have to come back. And then, of course, the last day, we're like, it has to be there. and how much we were hurting and stuff by the last day. We were just like, oh yeah, we'll take Pinkerton all the way back up Cross Trail again.
Right. Think it'd be
And
easy.
yeah,
to
and
up and down.
I had a feeling, like a gut feeling, that it was right at the beginning, but it was like I didn't want to take that chance because it was
Right.
what was written in the riddle and everything. I was like, all right, let's go with the mouth then and try looking a little closer at all those rocks over there.
Hey, Jason, you can just go to the Great American Treasure Hunt group chat and you can click the link that I just put in there and it'll bring you right up. And then I'll bring you in. It'll bring you to my staging area and I can import you into the screen.
So
It's
is
in the
it
group.
live to JTQ or?
Johnny Treasure Quest, yeah, just on Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah, he was saying he was in the chat, but he didn't know how to jump on, so I was just telling him to go to the
How's
link.
Jen feeling?
Yeah, it took me a minute.
Me and Jen are both beat. I think I spent more time sleeping today than I did anything else.
Yeah, I had to take a nap. I was driving home on yesterday, and I was like dozing off on the road and like ending up on the other side of the road, and like it got dangerous. I had to pull over, take a nap in a parking lot of a gas station somewhere,
Yeah.
because I could just not. I was just so beat. And then finally I made it home safely, and today I just took a nap in the middle of the day, and I'm like still trying to catch up on sleep and stuff, but
Totally.
yeah, I think I'm just now starting to get my energy back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Glad or anyone who's not still up there made it home safely, and
I think everyone made it safe.
thank goodness. Yeah.
Jessica, you want to come on?
If you're at the Great American Treasure Hunt group chat, you can click the link I just put in there and it'll bring you right up.
Did you put a new link in here? You should put a fresh one in there.
It's
In
the
the
I just
comments?
hope me and Emily next year have a chance to redeem ourselves and get all get all
Wait,
sick or whatever.
You don't want to come hide all the hard rocks for us?
I mean, I'll do that if you give me some cash for it, especially after what I went through this year.
No,
I mean,
I'll
do
do
it.
it for free if you tell me
What do you
exactly.
mean pass?
where to
Treasure
go.
Lies the Adventure, Brian.
Oh yeah, it was an adventure, all right. I mean, definitely never thought I'd be able to do this all with my back surgery recently, but hell, I did it. And I mean, I was surprised I didn't feel any more pain than when I did. I only had a couple little days of soreness, and that was it.
You guys are all stars.
Lucky guy.
Every last one of you was awesome.
But
Dude,
I would
Brian, I can't go another foot.
if you tell me exactly where to put them. And
I
if
mean,
know
I will
once,
tell you right now, like,
then I get to hang out with you guys.
I'm gonna be that'd be nice too. But like I'm still gonna be bummed until I have another opportunity to redeem myself. I mean, I'm really hoping that, I mean, I was lucky enough to get it this year, and hopefully lucky enough to maybe possibly get it next year. But just being able to go up there and have the experience was more than enough for me. But I'll definitely feel the bumness for a while.
Brian, the best was when Emily's like, Brian, dude, look, I'm like spent. I'm like, really, I can't do this. And he's like, get the F in the truck. Let's go. We're going to run this. And she's like, no.
Yeah, basically, I told her, I go, listen, I work at the hospital. I'll take care of you later. We'll make sure you're good. Just, fight it off and you'll have a whole year to do whatever you want. You don't have to talk. I go, you literally, Emily, you don't have to talk to me for the rest of your life. Let's just get this done for this today.
All right.
Yeah, it was funny.
Who's jumping on?
She was a trooper, though. I mean, I give her credit. I mean, there wasn't one time where, I said, I always asked her, are you okay? And she would say yes. And there was other times where she'd no, I need to stop for a minute. And we'd stop. But, I just felt bad because I knew she was hurting. But she was a trooper, man. I never,
Yes,
I mean, she
Robin
pushed
did.
herself really good.
Yep. You guys did awesome, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, when you came back Friday, and then I just,
I know. I'm still
That
shaking
was-
my head.
and you were
I
just,
really
like,
am.
went into
Like-
panic mode, dude. I'm like, oh, this is not good,
Yeah, no, I know. And I didn't want to leave that spot, but I knew we weren't going to have time to go to the other one. But we searched that area so thoroughly that we thought it was so thoroughly that it was like the only other thing left we have to do is just like tear everything down. But it was like if we don't leave here and at least check the other spot, we're not going to have time because we knew how long it would take to get to where we thought the other one would be. And I was like, on the way there, I was like, I think it's at the beginning of the trail because there's parts of that trail that are really bad. And she was like, no, remember they got stuck. This might have been the trail. This is the best opportunity that this is the trail they got stuck on because we got stuck a few times and it's horrible. And I was like, yeah. And there were some pretty good cliffs on that hill or on that trail. And I was just like, near the end, and I was like, maybe it's over there. All right, we'll try it out.
4. They got 4.
Yep.
Yeah, we got 4. You know, we knew where the other 2 were, but we probably walked by each one of them, 2 or 3 different times. I know we did. The one rock on Lake Superior, we walked by 1, 2, 3 different days, so 6 different times. And then
Ryan,
the other one we walked by 4 or 3 different times. So, hey guys.
Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason.
Ryan
You got to
and
get on,
Jessica.
man.
Sorry, my phone battery died.
No worries. What up, Ryan, Jessica?
Hey, what's happening?
How you guys doing?
Jason,
How are
Julian,
you?
we miss your beautiful face, don't we? Tell him
Yeah,
to
we
jump
do.
on. He's
Jump
being
on.
shy.
Stop being
they said.
shy.
He's
Come on, weatherman.
comment section is begging for it. So
You guys made it home safe, huh?
Yeah, we made it.
We all passed the
It was-
McDonald's in Ishvemi, right?
Dude, my
Well,
brakes were going out. Like,
weather was
Ryan, I
partly
gotta
cloudy.
replace them. They're so
Right.
bad. I didn't think we were gonna make it, dude.
Hey, we would have came and saved you.
I bet you would. I know you would have. Then our muffler just kind of just went when we were dragging it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I have nothing to tie this thing.
Oh no.
Man, I was so lucky that you guys got a hold of Amy and Johnny when your
Yeah.
car went down.
Antica.
We had to
Can't
walk
imagine.
up and down the road, back and forth, holding our phones up. We're jumping up on top of mounds of dirt and stuff, trying to get a signal.
I didn't even hear
That
about
must have been
that.
scary.
Yeah. You know. They're like, bring us water, bring us oil.
Yeah, we're like, we're gonna
Please.
need water, a bag of chips.
We get breakfast. 'cause
Oh,
we
that
couldn't
last
get
day,
off
man.
work.
I don't know about you guys, but that last day I started overheating and I was taking off my hat and I was putting ice underneath my hat. The little bit of ice that I had left from, the miles that we put in really quick at the end, just because I knew I wasn't doing too good. I mean, as I was looking for rocks, I was like, am I seeing double rocks or am I like,
Yeah.
I was like, I know something ain't good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what
It's-
Angela was saying in the comments. She says after a while you start getting that
Yep.
you're seeing stuff that you
You
messed
get
with
a
your
little
brain.
delusional, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least I did.
certain trails are worse with that than others. I noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah, like cross
They mess
country
with you.
or
it's so different out there. It's like
This was-
different line, you
This
know?
was also like typically it's the hot weather like the last day or
Yes.
warmer when we do it. This year, the rest of the week was cooler, which
Yes, it was amazing. I mean, I
Yeah.
honestly thought the colder the better to me.
except
But-
for the first day when it was like pouring rain and it brought out that had the most mosquitoes too, and that's when we were on Cross Trail
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
first day.
40 degrees raining.
I'm like, dude, I gotta stop and like eat something, and that's when my blood sugar dropped, and so we're sitting there with like the mosquitoes just around us and like pouring rain, and I'm like eating soggy whatever it was, and I'm like, yeah, this is a fun week so far.
I believe I sprayed so much chemicals on me during the entire week that Dow Chemical could do a test on me. Like, I tried every, little
Yeah,
bit
we
of
had
spray
3
that
layers
would
of
get
different
anything off.
spray every day. Yeah.
Yep.
At least no one saw any bears. At least no one got any, ticks that we know of.
we had a
Yeah.
lot of tips actually.
we got a lot of ticks.
We had a
No,
lot of tips.
no, bad consequences from the ticks. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I already
Ryan had 7 ticks on him. We picked 7 ticks off.
Oh.
him.
Oh my gosh.
Only 2 of them bit me though. I'm hoping I don't die.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Doesn't that tick you off?
I shouldn't have just
Right?
said that. Doesn't that tick you off? Is that what you said, Johnny?
He's really fun when you have Lyme disease or something. I don't know.
Coming in
he's
clutch
he's
with the
just
dad
really
joke.
fun.
Actually, when we saw you guys on Lake Superior Trail, when we were walking out, we're like, okay, let's see if they had a rock tonight. And sure enough, you guys did. And we're like, okay, they had to have gone on Lake Superior Trail. Like, has to be at that campsite. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. And then you guys then went out the last day before us. We just pulled up and we saw you guys walk out. We're like, okay, well, they didn't get it on Lake Superior Trail.
Mhm.
So we're
I think
asked,
that day we
maybe
had
it's at the
gone-
campsite.
I think that was the day we got maybe none such was what we got that day.
It was
we
the
knew
last
there was
day.
one Superior. We knew there had to be one. We had to have walked over it a million times because we
Right.
backtracked back and forth on that trail.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing.
And we thought when you guys said you got one, we thought, oh well, then they must have got it on that trail. So
Yep.
it had to be there.
Yep. That's what we thought too. Same thing, just opposite days, you know.
You
Right.
guys got 4 rocks at the end, didn't you, Ryan and Jessica?
Yeah,
we
good job,
two,
guys.
We got 2 the last day,
That
And we were
last
like
day.
running
and
down
we
the
were
trail.
we had been down that damn
Pinkerton.
not Pinkerton, the Superior
Yeah.
twice. Walked right by it, missed it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Did
don't
we-
feel bad. We didn't just walk by it. We destroyed that area looking with our eyes trying to find it multiple times.
I believe it.
And
Yeah,
it just so happened we just passed it up, or the shadows weren't right, or the light wasn't right.
Yeah.
That's what the only thing that's unfortunate about it is the fact that, like, on a trail like that or on cross line trail, like, if you don't have like a general area like the campsite and stuff,
Mhm.
and if you don't know, like, you could walk right past it and your day is screwed because you're walking the rest of the trail thinking, okay, it's over here, over there. You know,
Especially
awesome.
because we thought that the other part of
That's a
the
big
clue
trail.
was giving us the more specific area of where it might be on Cross Trail. So
Yeah.
Jason,
it's
come
gotta be
on.
part of there.
Jason, stop being a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's wearing the blindfold to see if
Yeah.
that's like how to
You
get
can
on.
wear the blindfold if you want to jump on. I don't care.
I couldn't believe you didn't know what that blindfold was for.
I guess
I thought
that's
that you
what- but I
told
was
him what
still
it was,
holding it
and
up
then
to the
he
light
still
and
didn't
stuff.
know in the chat.
He was putting it on like overlook, being like thinking like something magical was gonna happen. I don't know.
I think he said in the chat he thought it was government peak because of the word
Oh,
peak.
government peak. That's what it was. That would have been a good one, though.
Jason.
Hey, I got a question.
Those
With
maps
that
are made
map,
so sweet.
With that map, did the spiral thing mean anything? I'm
No,
curious.
it was just.
Oh, I forgot to
was
tell
just
you
there.
that, Brian. Yeah.
Oh, so
Saturday night when Johnny was explaining the map, he said that was just for fun.
I figured it was, but
Wasn't it fun?
It was so
well, no,
fun.
I mean, it didn't, after we've concentrated on the riddles, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this really means anything. Maybe the
my
tool will
gosh.
help us. Then once I realized what the tool was, I was like, yeah, I bet you this was just to mess with us. But
Yeah,
the
that
only
was
thing
the
I
funnest
could think
part of
of
the
was
map.
like a 3-dimensional object with a point of origin and stuff, with the pyramid and the other star on top of it.
Yeah,
Michelle,
see,
you
my
guys
thought
were right.
was-
You and Jen from the beginning that it was the planets and like the celestial thing, and I was like, oh, like I was like, it's got to be mean more than that.
It was just Polaris how it lowered it.
Hey.
There
Yeah.
he is.
You know.
He
Yeah,
jumped
no, I get it. But it was
And the
yeah,
pyramid.
it was super. Just,
peer pressure.
yeah, super
so
fun part of the map.
well, I did like how the black lines on that thing though, the spiral, were exactly the same length as the 10-ounce silver bar.
Was it?
Reflected, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like maybe if you held it at a certain angle with the rounding, it said something.
Oh, that is so funny.
I was like holding it up to the light. I was like putting my the blow dryer on it, see if it was like heat activated.
That is so
I
funny.
took a picture of it. I was trying to adjust it to make it line up to see if it
Right.
moved something.
I actually
Right.
thought it had
Yeah.
like a 3-dimensional object, like, you know, or like with the
Right.
pyramid at the top, it had the exact same star.
Yeah,
I thought something had to do with lines and point of origin and like destination. And I
so
was
much
like,
fun.
and
That
then I
was actually
realized like
fun on
it's only
that
gonna be one side of the map, and you can't really draw the lines on the other with it. So how's that gonna work? And I don't know. I just gave up on that and just concentrated on everything else, which seemed to be working, you know, for a while.
Until the last day when I brought it up, and I'm like, what's that spiral thing? It's got to mean something.
Mr. Julian, what's up?
Catherine,
Very good.
I got your message, by the way. I'll reply shortly, and I will check into it
Catherine,
for you.
that sounds awesome. What up, Jason?
Thank you, Jason,
What's
for
up, man?
the maps again.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh, I
welcome.
gotta show Jason's map. Hold on.
Yeah, those were so cool and very thoughtful.
Yeah, they were very cool.
Much appreciated.
We need a JTQ All Star Treasure Hunt, all Great American Treasure Hunt, all participants from
Yeah,
Treasure
all
Hunt.
3 seasons, right?
Jason
That
made
would
us
be
each
amazing.
one of these
Like
commemorative
Survivor
maps.
style, fight to the death.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
With
got a
alliances.
prosthetic leg and several machetes at this point. So
Yeah.
We custom made these maps. Check this out.
There's that.
You're gonna frame it?
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
This thing is, you put so much time into this, man. This thing is so cool. I should have had you made the maps this year.
I'm gonna actually
You
rework
want
our
me to?
background.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, how are you gonna do it?
I thought you were joking.
You can
No,
either help with
seriously.
the maps or you have to hide rocks in hard places. One of the two.
Oh my god.
I called rocks.
After you're done buying 1,000 bars and you don't win, then you can start doing it.
We've got rocks, paper, scissors.
I
This
love
is
it.
beautiful, man. Thank you so much. We're definitely gonna frame this, man.
All right, man.
Really,
Hey,
really.
so
It's gonna be
the
up there on the wall.
the Pinkerton rock that I showed that was like underwater and stuff that last day, this is what it looked like the first day.
Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba.
Yep.
No water whatsoever. And then by the
Come on.
end of the day or by the end of the week, it was half underwater. So
Right, because it
Fun.
started pouring down rain like right after we found that rock
right.
the first day.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. How they
One
come
day I
out
wore
with
my
the fish.
poncho.
Hey, there's Gage.
Nope, that's not mine.
It's a dog. Jason's
Dog
dog.
Gage.
Gage is on here.
I can hardly hear you guys.
What up?
Oh, Gage.
What's up, Gage?
He's saying hi. He's just
All
saying
right.
hi. Yeah. We got Brian, Michelle, Ryan, and Jessica, Emily, and Jason on right
Yeah,
now.
Robin, they're really nice. Very nice. We had our special guest, Catherine. And, my God.
Oh my god, they were so cool.
My God, I forgot your husband's name. What the hell?
Does anybody else see themselves twice on here?
What's Kevin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
it's freaking me out too.
I don't know why they're
Oh,
seeing
I'm
themselves twice. Hold on.
but yeah, the
Oh.
guest winners were
Dave.
awesome.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's.
Hold on.
And the Pratts. I mean, everybody was so cool and
Pratt's Rosin, Dave and Catherine, the Pratts. We had
generous.
it was like most enchanted time, man. It was really
We
cool.
loved happy hour with Sarah and Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a happy hour host this year. That was new.
Sarah and Dean, room 109. It was always happy hour there, you
The
know.
entire counter was like a open
Oh,
bar.
yeah, the speakeasy.
Yeah, it was going down.
Hey, get out of there.
You know what? I do have to say, you know, it was great having Shannon and James up there. Oh, wait, that's right. They didn't show up.
Yeah, I know, right?
I heard a lot of stories though, and that was cool.
We found a new Shannon and James though. So.
Yeah, we had Deanna and Jeff, right?
Dina, yeah.
Definitely Deanna.
Dina and Jeff.
I'd always call her that and she gets mad at me.
That's someone's ex-wife's name. That's the reason.
Oh,
So she would like to be called her correct name. if
I
possible.
see. I
Thank
see
you.
why she gets mad.
Yeah.
They adopted me, and they were the best adopted mom and dad I've ever had. So I was really appreciative. They let me crash in their room last night because we got back and I could hardly think, and my body was hurting, and everyone's like, hey, it was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and they're like, yeah, where you staying tonight? And I'm like, I don't know. I hadn't figured that out. I think I'll figure that out later.
Hey, Brian.
I need a
Brian.
shot of tequila.
Where's
Brian.
Deborah and
Can
What's
Brian
up,
hear me?
Jason?
Deb
Cord?
and Corey. Yeah.
Can Brian hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Were you on a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, we thought we heard somebody else at one point.
Yeah, it was us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
funny.
could have swore it was you.
What's that?
I could have swore it was you on channel 1.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, we
Yeah.
tried changing channels a couple times, and we were figuring nobody else was on one. And for a while, then we heard somebody, and I was like, that's not me."
I don't know how you guys got those to work unless you were close enough.
We were getting a lot of Coast Guard stuff.
All those trees.
Oh yeah, we didn't have Coast Guard stuff, but
Well,
I
we
mean,
were always
we had to
we
have
were
been
always
close with you
enough
that day.
The walkie-talkies. were
Yeah, that was the day you
working.
waved to us at the road.
Mhm.
That what?
We drove by it on the road and you waved to us.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was like, those radios I specifically brought because I knew they wouldn't like be.
Mine are like
What
a
time is
10 to
it?
20 mile radius.
Yeah, not ours wasn't even that. It was like a mile or two. That's why I made sure of that.
Okay. I thought it was you guys.
Yep.
So, Jason, what was your favorite part?
Pretty much the whole trip.
Mhm.
Everything.
That was a good part.
Oh, Johnny Treasure Quest?
Yeah, everything.
Hey, what's up?
Back from work.
Ryan, what was your favorite? Jessica?
I think my favorite was probably
What?
where was that?
Mosquitoes.
Suspension bridge.
Mosquitoes?
East and West river trails.
When we were totally wrong on the east and west river trails,
Oh,
and it was gorgeous.
That's
thought of
beautiful. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know we were bowling high score for a coin.
You have done better.
you would have tried harder.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you should have gave up.
Johnny
your
sent his
frame
buddy over to mess up my
Dude.
frame.
Yeah. So I'm sure
Uper Matt.
Uper Matt made his yearly cameo, and
Oh, Upermat.
he
Yeah.
is always a crowd
Amy's
pleaser.
best friend, right?
He is my best friend. That is true.
You guys
He
are
came
better.
hugging on Jason, trying to be like, "Hey, just let me throw a couple strikes, buddy."
Yep. And then he issued me several compliments.
Yeah. Out loud. So everyone
Very
could hear.
loudly.
Is that what those were?
Very, very loudly with aggressive verbiage. So,
Yep.
all while his wife avoided eye contact with him.
Yeah. He positioned me last year. I'm like, what? Get
Right.
out.
I was.
You wanted a geode, didn't you?
Yeah, not that bad.
I want
I
to
thought
see.
maybe they were back for another proposition.
Right.
I'd like to see the geode.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Could be a geode house, and that wouldn't happen.
You know, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. We'll save that conversation for Amy after dark.
So. Not enough to.
We have to do your lottery. Oh, we never even talked about the adventure thing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We never even talked about it.
Yeah, guys. You
And
got to
now
sign
are.
up for the Choose Your Own Adventures.
Oh, bye.
So
Do you
it's
want
going to
to?
be
What
cool.
do you want to do? You want to take a break and do the lottery thing, and we can do that during the
We got to
lottery
do
thing.
that at 7 though.
I know. That's why I'm saying we can take a break and then
Mhm.
move the Choose Your Own Adventure during the lottery thing. We can talk about it while people are getting on.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Hey, Johnny.
Are you gonna? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's a cool chess set, man. Show that.
Oh,
Sweet,
that's
dude.
awesome.
I would love to come play on that.
It's super cool.
You guys ever play a game like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is so cool, dude.
It comes out on what is it? Memorial Weekend, and it goes away on Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna try the Uper strategy on that one. The more you drink, the better you get at chess, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It works with me for most games,
Right.
like bowling. But on the next video when you do the lottery thing, are you gonna explain a little bit more about the Choose Your Own Adventure and like answer
Yeah.
questions and stuff? Or
Yeah, we'll do
okay,
that.
cool.
Yep, we're just gonna take a bathroom break and then we'll be right back on. And yes, why not was there.
Why not, Tony?
I met Tony.
Take the break. So does every?
Good.
So is it 250,000?
You breaking up a little. What she said?
We got to figure all that out. We'll be announcing the
Oh,
chocolate stuff a little later on.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. How we're gonna.
We want to address the like when we went and drove out there when Brian and Emily didn't return. Like Johnny was so like they've got it, they've got to have it. Like,
Yeah.
and then, like our drive back to the Kentucky was like
I wish
Johnny was all like he wanted to announce somebody so bad. He was like so disappointed. Like he really wanted to announce the
Yeah,
winner.
I saw Emily's face. She's like, "I'm sorry, John." Like, no, I feel sorry for you. You know, I felt so bad for her, dude.
I was so bummed, man. I really was.
So we're gonna talk things over and figure out everything and figure out what we're doing next
Maybe
year.
a consolation prize.
It's gonna bother me for a while. I know that, and hopefully, we'll be able to return next year and be a
Well, if
lucky
you want
ticket winner.
You want the coordinates to the rock? Let me know.
Yeah, just send me a text. I might be able to have time to go out and get it. It just all depends. I mean, I can move down that trail real quick. So
yeah.
Do you want to just stay on and do the choose your adventure thing and then just go into the lottery, or do you want to do separate lives? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I guess we could take a break and then we'll come back live and then get a fresh crowd and
Hit the algorithm again.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
down to
guys.
7 people.
Hey, thanks for letting us jump on.
It'll be again. We'll go live again from this same place, but it'll be streamed to Millionaires Club as well.
Yeah, it'll be all over. So at 7 p.m. we'll be back. We can have some more talking.
Yeah, we'll be at about a half hour, and then we'll be back on.
Miss you guys already, man.
Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
I might not be able to jump back
Likewise.
on, but just send me a text, Johnny.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
See
Jerry.
y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.